Hello, Libra North Node. This is Summer, your Feminist Alchemist. Welcome to your reading for the April new moon. This is a general reading, so the messages may not resonate with everybody. Just take what strikes a chord with you and let the rest float away on a cloud of ether to whoever else in your Libra North Node collective needs to hear this message. If you are feeling this reading, give it a like, a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to be notified when I upload. So let me be abundantly clear that this is a North Node reading, and I do not read for any other placement. So my guides have been very clear that the North Node is the only placement that this reading is valid for. So if you are interested in your sun, moon, or rising sign, this would not be your reading. If you are not sure where your North Node lies, then you can check out my website. There is a table of North Node placements on there. I've linked that in the description box below. I've also put a link where you could run your birth chart if you want to do the whole kit and caboodle. What is the North Node, you ask? I sum it up as a mathematical point in your birth chart that signifies your source of soul expansion in this lifetime. So it tells you where your growth opportunities lie. And once we accept our North Node calling, we can find soul fulfillment beyond our wildest imagination. I do have a short video that covers the general meaning of the North Node as I've been guided to understand it. Plus, you can check out the specifics of your North Node sign explained in depth by YouTube astrologer Astro Finesse. Both of those links have also been posted in the description box below. So, without further ado, let's get started. I start with the universal energies, then we move to the 5D self beckoning to you what they're calling for to raise your vibration. Then we check out the 3D energies, what's happening in your physical reality, what opportunities, synchronicities are happening to challenge you, push you into an expanded state. And then we'll ask the divine how to bridge that 3D into the 5D for you and end with some oracle messages today. I will start the reading with the Path of the Soul Oracle by Cheryl Lee Harnish. So this spread that I'm using as well came through my guides, so specific for North Node readings. Yeah, going to that one, and no, that's it. So we have third eye, birth of angels, that was card 44. First one was card 26 was third eye, card 44, birth of angels, card 22. What is this one? Cosmos of the heart. Yes. And number 3 is awakening. Sorry. There we go. So we have some interesting numerical synchronicities. Card 26, 2 plus 6 is 8. Card 44, a master number. You wouldn't usually reduce it, but 4 plus 4 is 8. 22 is half of 44, and then 3. So let's see what that has to say for Libra North Node today. I'm doing this reading on the spring equinox, so it's interesting energy abound. And it's heading into midnight as I do this reading. So as you can tell, there's a lot streaming in. So card 26, third eye, is definitely saying that you're having and I see an awakening in general. It does end with the awakening card. So there is an expansion in, you're being offered the opportunity to expand your inner sight, to expand some of your psychic abilities, to expand your intuition. So this goes for even those of you who don't think that you have any, that is only gifted on certain individuals. It is more and more accepted that intuition and, let's say, the more subtle senses are just part of the design of humans, right? But like it's innate in us, but we have lived a lifestyle for a long time that dulls those senses, and then we don't tune into the finer vibrations. So the third eye is saying that you are opening up to that, and with birth of angels, it's interesting because I'm feeling like you're being offered a opportunity to recognize divine intervention, divine timing working in your life. And this is why the third eye has to open, and not that it wasn't there before, but there's more help coming in because now you're noticing the help. You have the opportunity to notice it. And that's why, for me, the 44 and the 22, Birth of Angels and Cosmos of the Heart, are so intertwined. Because I'm feeling this big streaming in of love that is going to blast open your heart chakra, so third eye chakra and heart chakra, and will give you, so they're showing me basically chakra colors in this. Third eye, solar plexus, heart, and root. And there seems to be frequencies streaming in that support you seeing the world differently, moving with a renewed confidence in the space, in your world, leading with your heart, and that turning into very physical manifestations, and realizing that you have more autonomy and more power in designing your life than you have acknowledged or accepted up to now. And this also has like the peacock feathers, I'm also getting the vibe of you being ready to show yourself. So for some of you, this is like you're stepping into a psychic gift. You're stepping into your psychic abilities, your talents and abilities, and leading with and knowing that is how you are meant to walk through the world. And so you don't mind strutting your stuff, so to speak. Okay, so let's see so that's the universal energies for Libra North Node. So let's see how this is showing up in your 5D vibration. Now, I don't have a very good textbook definition. It's more of a feeling than something I've been ever able to really put into words. But when I'm shuffling and calling this the 5D pile, which is Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle and the Sacred Geometry of Relationships mixed into one big stack here, I'm looking at messages that are coming from your higher self through synchronicities, subtleties, dreams that are prompting you kind of to be aware, to be more aware of certain aspects, opportunities lingering in your vibration that your higher self is saying, hey, look at this, for whichever reason that they will explain to us now. So let's see what is going on. Number 33, reflection. Third master number stuck right in between that 44 and 22, so that's interesting. So if you need to fast forward, do feel free. This is a big stack. It takes me a while to shuffle it as well. It's a little awkward. We have the first chakra, the root chakra. Ooh, sorry, that one fell underneath the table. Number 4, heart chakra. Let me just get all of them out. It's probably easier. Oh, I knew that one was coming. I'll show you that in a moment. Let's hit the last card. I wanted to say last 2 cards, so I'm wondering if there's another one coming up. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Of course. Sorry, I have to laugh. So let me go in order of how they came out here. We have, so in addition to the cards that are already out there, we have 34, romantic love. Number 12, balance, which I had a feeling was coming because the word balance kept coming into my head. Of course, in conjunction with a Libra reading, it would. And then in the last position, we have 2 cards. We have 16, conception. And then we have number 24, earth. And I was laughing when that one came out because, spring equinox, it's like serious earth energy happening to the point where after this one, if I'm not too tired, I may record some earth messages. But yes, so Libra North Node, let's focus on you for now. This is your time. Card 33, reflection. Yeah, this third eye energy is also coming down in the sense of, looking back at everything that has occurred in your life. I'm getting a nostalgic energy, and because looking back, you may see situations differently than how you perceived them the first time around, or differently than the story that you have been telling. So for that reason, and these vibrations that seem to need the story retelling is in your root and in your heart chakra, which are the 2 colors that come up in this awakening card as well. Red and the green are the primary colors of that card. And, first chakra has to do with our sense of security and safety in the physical world, and it's very much about our physical bodies as well. So rejuvenation of the physical body and a feeling of safety, and the safety to open up your heart and be really loving and able to love. And I'm getting that completely is feeding into the possibility of romantic love. Now that is either a new love or a rejuvenation of a relationship that you're in that has seemed to been falling flat. Balance, harmony, 1 is 12, but 1 plus 2 is also 3, so they're showing me that. And I'm getting it as a balance between taking risks and between being loving and keeping yourself safe. So, I've been having this line like go through my head all day about, vulnerability, the relationship between vulnerability and safety, and what one is without the other, and how necessary it is for vulnerability and safety to be in balance, because there's no growth without vulnerability, but being vulnerable without considering whether or not you're safe to be vulnerable is being naive and could get you into situations that are hurtful, are damaging, and worst case, dangerous for your physical safety and emotional safety, right? I like that the heart has come out for you twice already in the reading. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera. It's come out for you twice already. So I'm getting there is a necessity to look back and see your blessings in disguise. And I'm also getting that you do have to, thinking about this balance between vulnerability and safety, and when you were too much of one or the other, is important to understanding why things played out the way they did. But your guides and the angels also want to remind you that there was nothing that you experienced that should be a regret now. Like, everything happened, and you now have a choice of how you're going to move forward, and if you're going to accept that you can steer your life differently, but only if you're willing to take the wheel and retrieve some type of lesson from even the things that you feel were unjust or didn't go the way you wanted to in life, in the past. Conception, card 16. Yeah, this is an impetus we're all being guided to start a new chapter completely, and to allow a new chapter to start. So it is a like laying down of the gauntlet. I don't want to make it seem like, you're running out of time to do it, but it's an opportune time to say the past, like to bury the past in the past and let that decay fertilize whatever your future is. And they're basically, they're saying to me that the frequency of Earth, there has to be, awakening is not flying away from your physical form. There is a huge acceptance of your physical form and a lot of learning from your physical form that also has a place, has more than a place. It's like the key to the expansion, is this anchoring in physicality, anchoring spirituality in physicality, and vice versa. What does this mean for you, Libra North Node specifically, for the month of April? It means that it is a time for you to turn your greatest soul, heart's desire into something physically manifested. You are meant to birth something, and some of you are meant to like totally birth something from the spirit realm to earth. So they're telling me that the main direction of this reading, there are two, but primarily is those of you who are meant to anchor something very divine into the earthly plane. And it may not look how you think it would look, when that calling is meant for you. Like you may think of, a monk, nun, charity, CEO, spiritual leader. It may not be that, right? It may be art, it may be a family, it may be being an example in your community, and just by being the fullness that is you. And this is the energy that's coming through today, for sure. As I said, spring equinox is that being the fullness that is you can never be wrong, right? And for you, Libra North Node, the achievement of balance is what your soul is calling for. Balance between all polarities, male, female, work life, love life, obligation, and whatever the opposite of obligation is. Let's say responsibility and irresponsibility, or leisure, So you're getting in April the chance to really tap into our heart's desire. Okay, I said there's two streams. The other one is you are repairing your romantic life. And but before you can reap the full rewards or go into the next step of your romantic life, there's something to reflect on, some things that need to be cleared up. And in your current life situation, your 3D, we have number 9, the Hermit card in the upright. We have, the Star, card 17 in reverse. This is the Santa Muerte Tarot. And I'm just using the major arcana from this deck. And then we have number 3, Empress in the upright. And then we have number 19, the Sun. Okay, so what is showing up in your 3D reality to help along this reflection process? Isolation, the Hermit card. So you either are in a situation where you're spending a lot of time alone, or you're feeling the need to spend a lot of time alone. This also, with this particular deck, he's in a coffin with a light, so it almost has still has a death, rebirth, shadow work type of energy to it. And it's coming by the first chakra and reflection. So there's going to be, you need to spend time with yourself to determine what's really going on. For some of you, what's actually going on in your body. So there is if you are suffering from, like they're specifically telling me, energy levels, if you are have experienced trouble in modulating your energy levels, there is a underlying cause to it that is in your vibration that you can suss out through like meditation and alone time and just listening to your body. The Star in reverse. Super interesting. Now, the Star in the upright, I don't even want to talk about the Star in the upright, to be honest. I'm just going to go with the energy of what the Star is saying to me in reverse. There's a holding period. And there's something hidden from you that I'm getting. There's something hidden from you that you've forgotten about it. Honestly, you've forgotten about it. You have a gift that you forgot about. And if you didn't forget about it, you've suppressed it or put it, kind of demoted it or deprioritized it for so long that it doesn't necessarily, like, it's sitting dormant at the moment. And they're telling me that they've been trying to reawaken it through your dreams or get you to acknowledge it on a more heart and root chakra level for some time. And this work is going to continue through April. The Empress in the upright is I'm hearing a call for more feminine aspects, and this doesn't matter if you're male or female. It's about receiving. So the first energy that I got, which I wanted to keep for when there's a little bit more context, but first chakra and heart chakra, is once again that vulnerability, safety, balance, and but the scenarios that they were showing me are ones where there's a lot of defensiveness in love, where you've opened your heart, you feel unsafe, and therefore you take it out on the other person and end up pushing them away. Or on the flip side, you don't have enough boundaries and continuously and have gotten hurt often, and so have been avoiding relationships because subconsciously you categorize all of them as unsafe. The Empress is also very red and green, if you see in this particular card, the two main themes of this reading. And she has an open heart, but also feels very safe in it because she also has, they're showing me the fan. She also has boundaries. Like she knows when, to say no. And she knows when to compromise. And she knows also when, they're saying to me that she also knows when not to take things personally and when to take things as a signal of, this person doesn't respect me or doesn't value me. So this being how things are showing up in your world now is, you may be noticing a lot, like situations where they're kind of priming you for learning the balance between this safety and need for safety and need for vulnerability. In preparation for a more balanced, more healthy, romantic / love life. Thankfully, you have the sun at the end, right by the heart chakra and the third eye and the awakening. So look out for examples of relationships you want to be in. I know I keep going back and forth between the relationship people and the psychic abilities people. But I have this feeling that it's all kind of wrapped into one, because at the end of it all, the common thread between it all is, seeing and accepting all of you first, being willing to be your own protector, knowing that you have divine protection and that you are, like, your heart's joy is your reason for being here, whatever that ends up actually being in, like, practically, however that manifests in life. The point is, you're getting to the point where you understand that and are willing to fight for and defend your right to live a heart-led life and still be safe, like feel safe enough to do it, know that you're protected and supported, and know that you won't let anyone take you for granted. So this sun there's going to be a lot of illumination around other people who are doing that, They're telling me like it may be books, it may be articles, it may be YouTube videos, but there's going to be sending into your physical reality basically examples of heart-led living that will inspire you and awaken you to the reality that is not limited to some and not others being able to experience that. Let's ask now what you can do to bridge the 3D and the 5D. I hope this is making sense because it's late for me. I usually read in the morning. I never read this late at night. And yeah, I'm kind of wonky today from the equinox energies. So let's talk about the bridge, if we may. I don't want that card. That was just a slip up, they say. So there we go. Five of Wands in reverse. We want all of these together. We have shadow work, fun. Knight of Cups and the Six of Cups over here by the heart chakra. Then we have the Chariot. And last but not least, if they just take the top card, yeah, it's back again. It's the Six of Swords in the upright. So, what can you do? What can you do? Okay. Five of Wands in reverse is in this position with the Hermit is saying that, yeah, you need to, first off, to navigate this, avoid conflict and avoid people who try to drag you down into their negative space. You may need to isolate yourself in order to, protect your energy. That's all they're giving me with that one. So that's clear. Now with this Sun, heart chakra, third eye, this is where it gets a little bit more. So you're isolating yourself a bit or holding yourself out of any drama in order to do your shadow work. This card is specific to this deck. The Moonchild Tarot by Danielle Noel. Shadow work, Knight of Cups, and the Six of Cups. So we're getting some nostalgia. And with the Knight of Cups and in here, I'm getting like being your own hero and saving yourself from like being the hero of your own like romance novel, the hero or heroine. Trying not to turn this into a love reading, but not that I do love readings, but anyway, let's just say an emotional journey. You do have to take that emotional journey into some lingering energies in your vibration, some situations that you have not gotten past yet, and you're not necessarily aware that you're not fully past them. Because when we start to break down when we start to forgive, this is what they want me to tell you. When we start to forgive, we never really can grasp fully how deeply that experience has rooted into our way of thinking, way of being, way of reacting. So it's an ongoing emotional journey. And this is the Six of Cups in this case is saying, like, acknowledge how far you've come, but be aware of where else you need to go. Once again, it's a card of balance. It's a card of balancing the emotions of the past and the emotion of the future. It's nostalgic and hopeful all at the same time. So journeying into your heart is going to be very necessary, and somehow envisioning what you want to experience in life, and creating that feeling inside of yourself before you even see it anywhere else. So this is why it's so important for you to also like make sure that you're spending adequate time to yourself, because you have a task and they are helping you to create the vibration of the life you want. So if you want a partner or to change the partnership you're in to one that has more, I don't know, you talk more about dreams, or you are reducing codependence and saying that, you know, we don't have to be together 24 hours a day to know that we love and care for each other. We can also pursue our hobbies and our interests, and that be a way that we honor each other as well, by like allowing each other to have time away to pursue their individual soul path, right? So doing that work in order to identify what you want to bring into your life and what you want your life to look like. And this goes for whether or not you're looking for romance, but it seems that this romance is not this romance, this reading. See, romance, it just keeps coming out. This reading seems to want to go towards romance. The Chariot, card 7, and romantic love. You see, they made me pull that out to see romantic love is 7. So I'm sorry if you're not in a romantic relationship or looking for a romantic relationship. If you can care less about romance, then this probably is not your reading. Because the Empress here is 3, balance is 3, Chariot is 7, romantic love is 7. It's all kind of, I can't fight where the cards are taking me. Once you make those decisions, things are going to move forward very quickly, number one. And number two, how do you embody more Empress energy and balance in your life? There's some acceptance of the journey that you've taken, which is also like the 6 of Cups to me is leading very nicely into the 7, the Chariot. There's a need to accept what was and decide consciously to move forward from that. Any past disappointments, relationships that have failed, if you've been hurt in any way, in any varying degrees of ways that one can hurt another person, she's untethered and very free. And the Chariot is just going to take her where she wants to go. Maybe not even where she wants to go, where like the way not consciously want. Like if you look at the way her heart center is arched forward, like that's what she's leading with. And there's a lot of courage needed, vulnerability and safety once again, to lead with the heart. So when we get to the Six of Swords, and you have two sixes, which are kind of interesting numbers as far as the minor arcana go, in my opinion. Let's just have a little reminder that 24, 2 plus 4 is 6. You have two sixes. Yes, the Six of Swords is about, it's a big transition. And the swords being air, being the way you think, your mentality. This is also what you're working on or what your divine team is helping you work on. It feels like a risk because this way of being is a way that you either have never been or haven't been in a long time. Definitely have not felt comfortable in being able to be that in the world. I'm getting the message of like wearing your battle scars with pride. So some of you are actually meant to use some of the experiences you've been through to help other people, whether that's through writing, music making, artistic pursuits. Some of you may even devise like a service offering or a product that helps people or that is inspired by something you've been through. It may be a career change as well, but all of that change in vibration is meant to lead you to a divine partnership. This is interesting. Okay, so it's like your so I'm getting the vibe that you need to dedicate yourself to the process of exposing or flipping the star card upright. And that doesn't have to be anything more than like an affirmation you say in the morning and an affirmation you say at night, for example. Your guides need permission to come in, is what I'm being told. Yeah. For some of you, this may involve going away for a bit and traveling somewhere where you can get more into a centered, meditative type of state, let's say. Yeah. Okay, Libra North Node. This is one of those nights, one of those readings where I don't remember what I said 10 minutes ago. So when I edit this, I'll watch it back and hopefully, I'm hoping it all makes sense. But I'm going to pull your final oracles. And usually if I feel lost during a reading, the final oracles normally tie everything very nicely together. Thank you, angels and spirit guides, for supporting me in this process. Watching clouds, lie back, rest, and relax. So April may not be a time for you to be doing much other than reflecting. That deck that I just pulled from is The Sacred Traveler by Denise Lynn. I'm going to pull from the Enchanted Map Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. This one is read in the upright and the reverse. So Peaks of Joy, 33. Yeah, another 33. I think they want another one from this deck, which is Rescue, number 16. And I'm going to take one more from the Earth Oracle, because how can I not take from the Earth Oracle today? Summer Solstice, Radiance. Very interesting. That came out earlier today when I was doing a private reading. It just felt like a card that wants to come out more often. So, watching clouds. I'm going to read from the guidebook. Okay, lie back, relax, put everything aside, and take time to renew your energy. It's often when you totally relax that new insights and awareness can emerge. Take deep, full breaths, put your feet up, be present in each moment. Do nothing, watch clouds. The answers that you seek will emerge easily, but first you need to stop all activity. Take naps, evaluate your life. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know there are times when the most empowering thing the traveler can do is step off the path, stretch out, and I need to turn the page, 1 minute, and lie on the earth to watch the clouds float by. This act is renewing and regenerating. When all the activity of the road diminishes and the traveler allows a languid relaxation to emerge, this is most often the time when the presence of spirit can be felt. This is also the time when significant signs appear. Whatever is the most relaxing to you, stretching out in a hammock, watching clouds, taking a candlelit bath, or walking on the seashore, do it, and the challenges in your life will diminish and often simply drop away. Yes, okay. Relaxation and letting the messages come to you instead of seeking them out. I'll leave the rest up to each one of you, they say, so that's fine. Sometimes less words is more. So, card 33. Get the guidebook for that one. Peaks of Joy. Your life is filled with happiness, so share it with others. Joy is yours today. No matter what your inquiry, you will be happy with the results. You're coming closer to a sense of achievement, and you've worked hard for it. You're surrounded by true companions and events that are synchronistically arranged to bring you to the next level of your life. The world is singing a beautiful harmony. Life is exhilarating and hopeful. Let gratitude fill your heart and remember to share your happiness. Joy is contagious. They want me to say something about that, but they want me to read the other card first because they came together. They want them together. Number 16, rescue. You are always safe and secure and free to be yourself. Asking for help isn't easy for many successful people. However, that's what you need to do now as you expand your life. If you find yourself troubled, you can expect help with whatever issue is at hand now. You need only ask and assistance will come your way. The most important support you can expect is from Spirit. Get into a right relationship with the divine, and you'll see that many conditions line up as if by magic to provide you with all the help you need. Ask and you will receive. There is no need to fear. Safety is a place within. So these two together, very interesting that they want them interpreted together, but gratitude, the reflection and peaks of joy are both card 33, and they're saying, and I did allude to it in the beginning, when you look back, you'll see more blessings than you realize were there, or that you actively, consciously acknowledge were there in the way that you've been telling the stories of your past. If so, starting to take that space to reflect, you will find that there were signs, synchronicities, blessings, lessons that have helped you in other areas of your life, however that those things may be. And they may not even seem that directly linked to anything. It may just be, I had a horrible argument with someone I love, and I'm grateful that I got to sit out on I stormed out of the house, and it was a beautiful day outside, and the sun was shining on me when I was sitting on a park bench or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll find that, oh, hey, that was the divine supporting me in that moment to encouraging me, let's say encouraging me. And safety is a place within. Yes, once you're acknowledging, once you start to realize like how much support you've actually had, you'll be able to call in more support because you will have built that trust. Which the safety of your divine team, safety and support of your divine team has always been there. It's just a matter of whether or not you have been able to acknowledge it for what it is, receive it, and have felt comfortable enough to ask for it. And they're saying, we are here. We are here. We're always here. It's like we don't really do much of anything else but be here. So you might as well put us to work, right? So that's that. And then we'll do our final card, the Summer Solstice. Now, this could also mean that the changes that are coming about will, it's a working time through the spring, and you'll really start to blossom when come the end of June. All right. Let's see. So I'll just read the message, not really the card description here. Okay, let the radiance of the sun inspire your inner radiance to shine forth. It's funny that I used the park bench analogy, sitting in the sun, and I've totally forgot that this card was sitting here at the time that I said it. Let the radiance of the sun inspire your inner radiance to shine forth. Release your concerns about what may happen in the future and focus on appreciating everything you have that is good and right. Allow Father, Son, to take away your worries and cares. Do something physically active to stimulate your inner light. Dance, sing, but most important, get outdoors. Do not let any negative thoughts or habits stop you. When you are in love with life, you naturally radiate that love. During this part of your cycle, your capacity to love is greatly amplified. In one of those supreme ironies of life, the more love you give, the more returns to you. It starts by allowing the radiant being you truly are to be expressed into the world. This is what we were talking about. Smile a little more, notice the beauty of nature, see the humor in the paradoxes of life, show your love, especially to those with whom you are closest. Then smile even more and watch how the world around you lights up. Now, I don't think there's anything more to say about that, or... Yes, there is. Okay, so this is just saying that you may need to, you have to shine. You have to shine. And you have to be willing to shine. And sometimes you have to stand your ground to shine, right? Hence this, but your heart needs to open. The cosmos of the heart and the heart chakra, your heart wants to open. And it wants to do so in an environment that feels safe to it. And right now, spring, April is calling to you to tend to your inner environment so it's safe for your heart to open inside of you. External environment we'll probably get to talk about in the next one. But that's it for you, Libra North Node. Thanks so much for stopping by. And until next time,